All right, here we go. You gotta politicize everything. You can't enjoy it. All right, don't you dare enjoy it because we're gonna shove our message down your throat one way or another. Gosh dang, House of Dragons, man. This is a show I'm actually enjoying. I've enjoyed the first episodes as most Game of Thrones. It's a lot of good story writing. It's a lot of good character development. You're intrigued. You like certain characters. You're really hoping, sometimes that it's interesting. There's always something, or there's insane betrayal or some action going on. I don't know. Game of Thrones just has a way of getting you hooked, and I like it so far. Especially versus Rings of Power. Rings of Power sucks. I can't say I'm watching Rings of Power. Stopped. But then one of these people that's involved with it, they have to come out and really let you know that you're a piece of crap if you think a certain way. And so we got the article right here. House of the Dragon star Olivia Cooke was told to play her character like a Trump supporter. I could see what they were saying with this complete indoctrination and denial of her own autonomy and rights. Cooke said of playing Alicent in the Game of Thrones prequel series. So it's she's got to play her role like a Trump supporter. She's got to be a woman that just does what she's told and doesn't ever get to express her opinion and is just shut up and do what I say because I'm a man and you're a woman and girl power. And this is a show where there's an insane amount of females in power, and even in the show, even though she's not the king, right? She's the queen. She's sitting there constantly talking and influencing her husband, the king of Westeros, the most powerful man in the world, and she's constantly influencing his decisions, which crazy thought has happened through a lot of history where granted, men have primarily been the ones in the ruling seats, and there's been certain times in either tribes or certain kingdoms that women have came into power. Mostly men, though, but men often generally have their queen or their significant other right there, and that's going to be the person that influences their decisions and thoughts the most, and as it does in this show. And also we're talking about a show where it's a fantasy show where there's dragons and it's a medieval-ish type fantasy show where there's swords and bows and arrows and that stuff. And meanwhile, we're upset. I'll get to that in a minute. So I'll read a little bit. House of Dragon actress who took over the role of Alicent Hightower from Emily Carey due to the series' time jump revealed that the co-showrunners Miguel and Ryan advised her to find inspiration from the disgraced former president. The series creators told Cooke to view the character Queen Alicent like a woman for Trump. I just didn't want to give them any more mental real estate than they had already had, Cooke told Entertainment Weekly about calling back to the Trump family. So I tried to find a different route in her, but I could see what they were saying with this complete indoctrination and denial of her own autonomy and rights. I just couldn't be asked to go down that road. Cooke noted that Alicent has been bittered and twisted over time due to her prescribed general. Those Trump women are just bitter and they're twisted. That's how all those Trump women are. Alicent has been completely bred to breed powerful men. That's her only function in this life, Cooke said. She can tell herself that she's going to sway and nurture and persuade in a very womanly, feminine way, but it's all fucking bullshit. Unless you're fighting the men, you'll never be heard. It's learning to live within this straitjacket of oppression. How do I move inch by inch every single day to loosen the straps? She added that Alicent has to walk this tightrope for her whole entire life, and that Cooke found a humanitarian hook for the character. Okay. I was about to make this point before I read that we're in this world of Game of Thrones, right? And she's upset because she is literally she's the queen of Westeros, and she never wants for anything in her life. She has her food served to her. She has insane power, even as a queen. Any of these little guards all around her, she can tell them to do anything. They'll go off and do it. And she's upset. The actress is upset because this person is their main role in life is to have sex with the king and make babies. And okay, I would just like to point out that there are far worse fates in this story, in this world. And one person I'd like to bring up, just like we can look at the King's Guard, the 7 guys that are assigned, they're told, they're ordered by the king, they don't have a choice in it, that, oh, you're such a good swordsman, you are going to defend me and my family for life. Oh, also you have to be celibate. We got Sir Kristen, I think it's Sir Kristen Cole, or Sir Kristen, whatever. He's one of the King's Guard, one of the main guys. And he's the one that ends up messing around with little princess. But you could be killed because he broke his celibacy. He could be killed for that. He could have his beheaded. And I don't know, like, I'm supposed to be upset for this queen who's like the second most powerful person, like, that she has such a hard life. When I'm looking at this world where people are literally getting slaughtered all over the place. You got dragons cooking guys all up and down the beach. You got, I mean, like, I talk about a problem women had, in history and throughout real history as well as the show, is pregnancy. Like, that's actually, I mean, I get that's a difficult part of it because that's a beautiful thing that only real women can do. That's why women are special, because they can have kids and make babies. That's an amazing superhuman gift that they have that men will never have. And it's in this setting, it is dangerous, and a lot of times pregnancies can go wrong. We've already seen that in the show. Like, she's a freaking queen and has everything handed to her. And meanwhile, like I said, I'm watching people get slaughtered. I'm watching people get beheaded because they get out of line, or they insult the wrong lord, or or the king or something like that. And I don't know. I just, of all the people to feel sorry for, she's the last one. The last ones, I'm like, oh my god, that poor woman. This character, this queen, man, she just has to. God, she has to sit in the castle all the time. And just be fed and never have to work and get to wear the nicest dresses. But, I like that whore that has to, like, sleep around with 18 guys a day and get borderline basically raped. I mean, you're selling your... I feel bad. I don't feel bad for that person. Or the soldiers conscripted by all these lords to go do the fighting for them, who are pulled from their homes and families and... are getting their face smashed in and in this middle of this excellent fight scene. I don't feel bad for them. You know who I really feel bad for? I feel bad for that queen. She's the one that my sympathy really pours out to. And you know what? She reminds me of a Trump supporter, because she doesn't have bodily autonomy, because every Trump woman is just controlled by her man and doesn't make her own decisions. God. It's stuff like this. It's stuff like this that makes you not want to watch the show. Like, it's a good show, and I still want to watch it, and I'm going to be honest, I probably am, but it's like, when you come out and you put your ideology out there and you're an entertainer, your whole being is to, like, entertain people, to make people, like, either, like, laugh or, like, really enjoy whatever art you're putting out there, and whenever you're telling me, and when we're becoming more polarized in this world, and everything's becoming politicized, and you come out and you're basically telling me, and like my half of the country, we're just a bunch of idiots, we're twisted, we're bitter, there's always problems with us. It makes me not want to support you. It makes me not want to watch your show. It makes me want to cancel the money that I'm sending your way to watch your shit. It makes me want to do that. So I just don't get it. It's dumb. I don't know. I think it's a smarter move in the entertainment world to not express your opinion. By all means, if you do express it, but just understand it makes people like me not want to support you. Anyways, that's all I got for right now. There's that story. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hit that like button, and if you like, please subscribe and share the video. Till next time, y'all have a great day.